Hello, what's up mga parts? Ayan, 2022 na. Kamusta naman mga parts ang inyong mga petaka? Kamusta naman ang inyong mga savings? Kano kayang naiisip ninyo ngayong taon para naman mapalago natin ating mga savings? Ayan, pag-uusapan natin yan ngayon na. Ngayon na mismo mga parts, kaya makinig kayo ngayon. Alright, ito pong muli ang inyong parts, Digo.
At ako naman ang inyong pards, Kent. Do not forget to like and share Taraki TV.
Yes, indeed. Panibagong episode ng
Taraki Talks. Ayan. So ngayong araw na ito medyo maginaw actually. Weather update muna tayo, 8 degrees.
Ay,
diba? Kanino ba relasyon yan? Nang dadamay.
Gusto sa'yo ba?
Nang dadamay sa lamig or ginaw, ano?
Oo
Ayan.
nga
Kaya
eh.
sinisip ko ng aking pards ngayong araw na ito. Ayan. So, ngayong araw na ito, we are very lucky again to have a guest na lawlawaganda tayo when it comes to financial literacy. Right? So before anything else, I would like to introduce muna our guest para sa araw na ito. Alright. So siya ay isang certified ILM. Narinig mo na ba yung parts?
Ano yun? Para akala ko tuloy ML. ILM.
ILM.
Or ML pala.
Oo, yun ay isang Institute of Leadership and Management.
Oh.
Level 3. Alam mo kung saan? Sa London, United Kingdom. O, di ba, mga parts namin? And then nagkaroon, natapos niya ang kanyang Master of Arts in Business Administration sa pamantasan ng lungsod ng Maynila.
Oh.
Pero dito naman yung undergraduate niya dito sa
yes.
University of the Cordillera. Ayan. Yun ay Bachelor of Science in Marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Tapos, he has been exposed to different roles in regulatory compliance. Liwanagin din tayo ni Manong mamaya kung ano ba itong regulatory compliance. Pero, ang nakita ko kasi it's more of anti-money laundering, monitoring, mga ganyan, at saka financial crime activities.
Dapat sinama ko pala. Niloko ka na ba?
Oo, di ba?
Taon? Sinama ko yun. Sorry.
Ayan, then I continue dahil sa kanyang background actually. Kaya nagkaroon siya ng mga ganun na part dahil sa kanyang background sa global financial market. Ayan. So he's currently working as a regional manager for Asia and a certified trainer and advocate of DPP. Oh, quiz, DPP.
Ano pala yung DB?
Yun ay Data Privacy Protection. Ayan. Tapos nagturo din siya sa Colegio de San Juan, School of Professional Services and School of Business Admin and Accountancy. Kaya siya nagkakandak ng trainings in stock market. Ay, di ba?
Galing.
Stock market at saka real estate.
May
Ganon.
kinalaman kayong acid dyan. Okay.
At saka personal finance. Ayan. So member din siya ng JCI. Ano na ulit ang JCI, Parks?
Junior Chamber of Investors.
Ayun, Junior Chamber of Investors.
Oh.
Doon sa
Sorry.
doon sa Makati. Oo. So, naging kwan siya. Naging Executive Vice President. And then, ganun, yung Secretary General din siya. Ng JCI Makati.
Yes.
So, Pards, let us all welcome our Pards Manong JM Moyaen.
Alright, thank you very much mga Pards, and thank you for having me here. It's an honor, it's a humble experience to be with you, and of course to support the show of Taraki TV.
Ayan.
Isang text lang yun. Umuugad si Manong JM.
Oo nga eh.
Grabe.
Yes.
Kaya lang yung U-turn kanina. Medyo nalito siya sa U-turn ng Trinidad.
Ay, sorry naman.
Pero nakadanon matlatta. Safe and sound.
Yes.
Pero, speaking of which, Manong Parts JM, no? Umabot kayo hanggang London. Okay.
Yes, so definitely the certification that I had for the ILM level 3, no? So we were lucky that we have been chosen when I was with my previous company to be part of the operational excellence, and part of that is a certification, and part of the completion of the certification is we have to fly to London to get the to complete our certification, at the same time to receive the award. So I was nominated actually for the best incoming manager during that time as well.
Was it
to
given
receive
this
the-
year pala?
That
Sorry.
was around 4 years ago na yan.
Oh.
Medyo 4 years ago na rin yan.
Oh.
So, yun. It's part of a continuing process na, kasi ang pag-aaral din naman natatapos.
Ay, naku.
Yes.
Pero what are the perks ngata dating panakaalay ti dating certification?
Yeah, right now kasi, no? So, most of the things especially skills, no, technical skills, are obtained through certifications already. So if you wanted to learn a specific skills,
Yes.
say for example in programming, in coding, you don't need to take a degree already, especially if you're already a professional. What you need to do is to take certifications para mas recognize ka ng mga corporates. Because once you have this one, it only validates that you have these particular skills
Yes.
that's needed by the corporate.
Ay, kaya naman
Yan.
pala.
So at the same time, if you have this kind of certificates, no, the higher that they pay you.
Kasi parang,
Yes.
parang ngayon no, nagiging specialized na lahat. And
Yes.
there are standards for everything na ngayon.
Exactly.
Yes.
Ay, galing.
Yep.
And dun din kanina, nabanggit din natin ang anti-money laundering.
Yeah.
So we wanna know what anti-money laundering is first, and then paano kayo napunta dun sa monitoring ito?
Yes.
Yeah, so for the anti-money laundering in my previous work kasi no, I work under compliance and my team, because we are processing international transactions and trades, imports and exports. So my teams, hindi ka kasi pwedeng mag-facilitate ng trade. When you say trade, you cannot buy goods from, kunwari, Hong Kong. Okay? Ang negosyo mo is related to automobiles, and then you are importing things that's related to the hotel industry. So it's a red flag kasi how is that aligned to your business?
Yes.
Pwede kasing pinapadaan nila sa'yo, pero yung pera kasi pwedeng galing sa illegal drugs, illegal transactions like human trafficking. So they have to funnel it through a legitimate business. Kaya tinatawag na anti-money laundering, because these money launderers would have to find a legitimate business to funnel yung mga illegal money para magmukha siyang legitimate business.
Oh, grabe.
So, our team now has to screen, no? Kunwari may mga payments, sasabihin nila, okay, i-deposit yung pera ng ito galing to sa ganitong company. But if we have to look at the product and into the profile ng company, hindi siya nagmamatch. So that's a red flag already. We have to review that.
Grabe.
So we have to stop the
Ang
transactions.
dami na talaga nilang nahuling ganito din ang cases.
May mga nahuhuli na, may mga nare-report. So we have to report it to the authorities.
Alright. So what usually is the para sa kanila? Yung parang, anong tawag dito?
Penalty.
Oh, parang ganun. Salamat na.
Well, the penalty would be depending kasi sa mga ano yan, mga transactions na it depends on the gravity as well. And normally itong mga money launderers naman kasi hindi yan basta-basta nagpapahuli. So it's hard to detect because they really have also the knowledge on how to kaya money laundering. Laundry natin 'di ba is laundry, lilinisin mo.
Oo, tama.
So nagmumukha siyang malinis na pera.
Ganun pala.
So kaya pag nakita mo, ay malinis to. So process. So it's really hard, no? Yeah.
Very interesting naman that
Yes.
part. Right?
So, yeah. And sige lang.
Hindi na ako sumingit eh.
Ganun. Tapos din, kanina din, na, ano bang tawag dito? Na-introduce natin na andun kayo sa field of stock market.
Yes.
And you are also conducting trainings regarding that.
Yes.
Right? So, can you tell us more about
Yeah, so the stock market, when I was
Stock
a student kasi, no? I was a working student at the University of the Cordilleras
Wow.
back then.
Okay.
yan yung BSM nyo, sir? Sorry, Bachelor of Science in
Yes,
Marketing.
Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in marketing.
Oh.
So when I was taking my degree, I was a working student at the University of the Cordilleras. So first half of the day, working student ka muna sa library and doon sa library ako naka-assign doon, tsaka yung sa audio-visual room namin dati. So from there, I was interested about stock market, but during that time, there's a very limited information about stock market in the Philippines. Even sa PSE, and the amount that you have to take, medyo malaki yung capital. So the only source of information that I have is the newspaper. Every day, nandyan yan, makikita mo yung
Ay, wow.
mga top 10, top 15, wala pa namang sa internet dati. If you have to read about stock markets, it's all foreign authored.
Yeah.
So when I graduated, I moved to Manila. That's where I started to, get interested sa stock market. But then every day, so I would normally have a breakfast sa Jollibee. If Jollibee would have a free newspaper. So doon pa rin ako nagmo-monitor.
Newspaper pa rin.
Sa newspaper pa rin.
Newspaper.
Until such time na nakilala ko na yung COL Financial. So,
Sorry, sir. COL is...
COL Financial is the one of the prime broker stock market here in the Philippines. So COL Financial. So if you want to do trading or make investment in stock market, you can open an account sa COL Financial.
Financial.
COL Financial.
So from there, nagkaroon na rin ng mga Facebook groups and dumami na rin naging advocate, mga nagtuturo. Karamihan dito millennials.
Ay,
So
wow.
millennials na mga nagtuturo ng mga about stock market until such time na it grow exponentially kasi nga yung gravity ng advocates on financial literacy and stock markets has grown very fast as well. Right now, I'm trading in the global market like the NYSE and the Nasdaq sa US.
Grabe. Gravity.
Pero kahapon kasi, di ba? Kahapon kasi pinag-uusapan din namin together with Direk yung stock market. Yan. So we have, for us, we have limited knowledge on
Yes.
stock market, but I think naman magandang aralin din yan.
Yeah, normally as a basic idea on the stock market, no, especially for those who have zero background, talaga, what stock market, what comes into your mind? Kumbaga parang simple lang yan. If you see itong mga corporations kasi, they also need investors. So if you have a money, instead of putting up a company, no, you can just put your money in their company. Pag nag-generate ng revenue yung company nila, then you also get a dividends na tinatawag or part of the earnings.
Right.
So, kunwari, meron kang 10 shares or 10,000 shares, it depends on the number of shares. Pag sinabi na, okay, the company will provide 1 peso per share. So, if you have 1,000 shares, then you get 1,000. So, pwedeng semi-annual or annually. So, that's another way of, earning income. So, instead of putting your money sa bank that earns not even 1% in a year, not
something lang
in a year yun So if you put in money in a particular stock market, kahit sa dividends na lang, no? That's one way of earning. Second way of earning there is pag tumaas yung stock price. So if you bought it at, say for example, 10 pesos, umakyat na siya sa 12 pesos, then you earn 2 pesos from there. If you sell it. Pag hindi mo binenta, ano tawag lang natin? Paper gains. Okay.
Ngayon yung umuuso yung mga ganun, lalo na yung, anong tawag dun sa pool of, di ba kapag mag-apply ka rin ng stocks, meron kasi yung mga amount of money that you give. So ano yung pinaka-lowest na na-try mo?
Right now, there are brokers that's accepting as low as 1,000 pesos.
Oh.
So you can open an account with, I think, COL, 1,000 pesos or PhilStocks. But at least the ideal would be, as a starting, you can go with 5,000 and eventually, kung may extrang pera ka, then dagdag ka lang dagdag.
Ayan na, narinig yung mga parts. You can start for as low as 1,000 pesos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or
Ayan.
maybe 5,000 na din. Later.
And recommended by parts, recommended. Narinig ko lang. From Parts
Sorry naman.
JM
That's okay.
is 1,000 you can start from COL. Tama?
COL Financial or PhilStocks or even yung mga kunwari, BDO or BPI, they also have.
I actually heard it from 50 pesos through GCash.
The Gcash is also no? Parang stock market, di ba yun?
No.
Paano ba?
Gcash is technically it's a financial tech company.
Yeah.
It's normally a payment facility. So, kunwari, may pera ka doon. So, it's just making your payment more convenient. Transfer money and stuff. I'm not sure if it earns an interest. I'm not sure if they are recognized by the BSP. Pero it's more of, mode of payments lang siya.
Yes.
Yeah.
Meron kasi silang G-Invest but affiliated kasi sila. Hindi talaga
Yeah.
sa kanila mismo.
Yeah.
Nice.
So technically, the partner with it's most likely an Ayala-owned corporation as well, because GCash is owned by the Ayalas. So since
Baka naman.
andun na yung mga pera nyo, di ba? So they would invite you as well to make an investment. So kunwari, meron kang extra money in your GCash account, they want you to diversify some portion of it
Yes.
to investments.
Yun.
Ganun siya. So parang mas pinadali lang nila yung facilitation ng transaction. So you can deposit using your GCash and you can withdraw your investments going to your GCash account. Yeah.
Yan, nerd.
Ayan, no, di ba?
Ayan, kaya mga parts, iwas-iwas scam tayo. ha?
Oo naman. Right. That's very important to consider
Yes.
when investing. Alright.
And yeah, speaking of scam naman, no, these are the red flags when it comes to
Ay, oo.
to scams, no. First is if the return is too high and too good to be true, then that's a red flag. Because pag sinabi nilang guaranteed returns, that's another red flag because there's no guaranteed returns even in any kind of investments because there's always a risk associated to investment. So, lagi may risk dyan. So, there's really no guaranteed returns. So, if they're promising like 30% in 1 month, so you can double your money in 2 months, these are technically red flags already. So avoid this kind of investments.
Pero marami pa rin na-scam, no, sir?
Marami pa rin na-scam because, you know,
Actually, na-scam nga ako.
kung wala ka naman talagang pera, no, you wanted to find ways on how to make money and you want that to be very fast.
Right.
Kumbaga fast returns, that's where the greed comes in. So nabibiktima yung mga tao talaga when it comes to greed. And greed is emotion. So they target the emotions part of the human beings. So magaling mga scammers in terms of life.
Ganun pala yung biglang ganun dapat.
Yeah.
Hindi, pero talaga, no, na-scam din talaga ako because imagine mo yung 500 pesos magiging 1,000 in.
Agad-agad.
Yeah, like you just wait for 10 days.
Aha.
Ang galing, di ba? Nung una talaga nakakuha ako, but afterwards, wala na.
Kaya lesson learned para kay
Yes.
Pards din. Ayun mga Pards, so kanina napag-usapan natin ang about sa money laundering. And then we went to stock market. Now naman, meron pang isa, which is the real estate.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Ayan. So how did you enter naman po sa real estate?
The real estate, no, it's for me kasi when I was reading books, when I was in starting my career, mga self-help books, normally mga people who are successful in their businesses started with, you know, it's always associated to real estate. McDonald's is not just a fast food, but they're also best in terms of real estate because they select prime locations.
Right, yes.
So they buy the prime locations at an early stage so that they'll be able to use it pag nag-boom yung location. And they put up fast food centers. Same goes with the Rich Dad Poor Dad. Kung nabasa nyo na yun, it's normally they talk about all millionaires or billionaires, they made their fortunes in real estate, including Donald Trump. So, doon ako nagka-idea. So, when I was starting my career, wala naman ako masyado. The first, aside from the stock market, is I bought a small property with, you know, with my salary, pag may bonus ako, pag may mga increase ako in promotions, I normally allot it into properties. So, from that property, then I was able to get a condominium. From the condominium, I bought it at 3 million. Guess what's the price now? 6 million. Yes. Yan yung double your money, pero hindi mabilisan. So real estate would normally give you, hindi siya liquid asset. Liquid assets means yung pagkakailangan mo na siya, mabilisan.
Okay.
So like stock market, liquid asset yan. Kasi kung kailangan mo na yung pera, ibenta mo na yung stocks mo, in 3 days, you get it. Unlike in properties, medyo mas matagal yan.
Alright.
It takes months to liquidate it. So, yun naman yun. And then, well, currently I have 4 properties. The other one is a lot. I bought it at ano pala kasi, pre-selling siya, dinidevelop pa lang siya. I bought it at 1.5 at a discounted rate. So, 10% discount, 1.3 lang. Guess the price now? 2.8 million.
Wow, grabe
So,
naman.
I
Kasi
almost...
mo din siya, no?
Dinevelop na ng property. So, nagkakaroon ng development. So, the idea about investing in real estate is what's gonna be the development in the area and ano yung potential ng area, if it's gonna be a commercialized area in the future, something like that. So, yun kasi yung nag-i-increase or nag-i-increase ng value ng property. Pero kung idle lot lang yan tapos walang magiging development, kahit kaano kalaki yung lupa mo doon, kung walang development na nangyayari, the prices will not go up. Mabagal.
Okay, so yun
So,
yung ilan sa
yeah.
mga criteria na tinitingnan niyo when you try to invest in real estate.
Yes. So in real estate, it's always location, location, location.
Ayan naman.
So the condominium that I bought, it's near airport, expressways, malls, commercial areas, and schools. Kaya mabilis yung naging appreciation niya. Kung hindi lang siguro nag-pandemic, because I was using that for rentals, it should be generating 45,000 a month.
Wow!
But because of the pandemic, so medyo nahinto muna. Yeah.
Yan sa mga parts natin dyan na hindi masyado sa business. Appreciation is yung pagtaas ng value ng isang asset. Tama yan.
Katulad ng lupa, puso.
Ano yan?
Bigla ka na naman humuhugot dyan.
Ikaw pala yung naglalamig. Ikaw pala
Yes.
dahilan ng ending.
Damay-damay na to. Kumusta naman po ang love life?
Tayo dun.
Mag-i-invest tayo dyan.
Stock market ba?
Up and down.
Money ba yan? Hindi, joke lang po.
Ganun.
Pero look at how you've come now, no?
Oo.
Grabe ang layo nung nag-working student ka and now.
Yes.
So how's the difference kaya sa life din ni Pards JM from before to now?
Right.
Dati kasi when I was a working student, no, ang allowance namin doon parang 300, 600
Per day?
per month.
Ay.
Ay, wow.
From the university. So every 15,
Okay.
every 15 meron kami 300. So from yung 300 parang minsan parang sabi ko hindi naman siya talaga sufficient, but at least the school is providing us something like that. So
Well, at least meron.
that created the motivation on my end. Na sabi ko, hanggang ganito lang ba yung buhay ko? 300 pesos. So parang 300 pesos per 15 days. Then you really have to improve. So before graduating, medyo mahihain din ako noon eh. Pag nagre-recite ka, medyo naluluha-luha ka pa.
Ay, oo. Talaga?
May nervyos ka. So,
Okay.
prior to graduation, I joined a debate society to hone my communication skills.
Oh.
So, doon medyo nag-gain ko yung confidence, develop the confidence. At the same time, I became the college governor. I was the governor of College of Business Administration during that time. And I was also appointed as the editor-in-chief of our newsletter.
Oh, wow.
So, things that this helped me grow in my career as well when I was working already. So I had 3 offers right after graduation. 2 here in Baguio sa Postal Bank kung saan ako nag-OJT, and doon sa yung Baguio Benguet Visitors something as a general manager, and Accenture because they had their recruitment
also
there.
Accenture.
So nag-Accenture na lang ako.
Grabe, ang taas na position pa agad. Mga ganun yung offers.
Okay.
So, yan. So, I chose Manila to get out of from your comfort zone as well. So,
Talagang
it's something
pushing yourself to be beyond, no? Or outside the box.
Yeah.
And that requires a lot of discipline din.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Kaya hindi pwedeng hiya-hiya dyan.
Oh. Kahit nahihiya ako.
May lugar para mahiya. May lugar na hindi. Tama?
Tama naman. Ayun. Kaya, sa mga nabanggit ni Manong JM natin kanina, meron din siyang, grabe, meron pa. There's more, mga pards. Oo, yan, yung financial literacy naman natin.
Ay, okay.
Ayan. So kami, na younger generation, younger generation, what would you advise us to do when it comes to our finances?
Yes. Common problem naman talaga natin is managing our finances. It doesn't come with how much money you have right now, but how would you do with your money. So sabi kasi ng iba, ay kulang kasi sweldo ko, kulang yung kinikita ko. Actually, ginagawa ko lang naman
Major
dati is sabi ko nga, manager ako dati, pero parang jer lang, walang money. So what I did, is I do sidelines.
Alright.
So yung mga kinikita ko sa sidelines, yun yung naiipon ko. So just like before, I was learning photography. Wala akong camera noon, just a SIM card, SD card. So hinihiram ko yung camera ng manager ko during that time. So I'm already trained. Nung nagkaroon ako ng bonus, palapit yung Christmas party, bumili ako ng camera, and during the Christmas party, sinut ko silang lahat. And then I printed it out. Guess what kung magkano sales ko nun?
Triple
20,000.
Wow!
In one event. Because I sold the pictures at 50 pesos. Yung parang binibili natin mga pictures pag may mga kasal, pag may mga graduations. So that's the same concept, no? Print ko lang, pero yung nga lang mga naka-formal kasi sila. So they look good, they look beautiful. So kahit medyo hindi maganda yung mga pictures, pero they look beautiful, they bought it.
20,000 magawa.
So 20,000 less my cost of printing is around 4,000. So 16,000 net. Not
So
bad.
that in just one event, no?
Mas na
Ay, grabe.
So yung binili ko dati na 30,000, so at least nasa 60% return ROI na kaagad ako.
Oy,
Yes.
galing.
So yun yung mga ano. And then nung nag-MBA, right after MBA, I was also teaching. So yung teaching jobs ko, it's just more of parang libangan na lang. And hindi naman masyadong malaki ang kita kasi sa teaching. So it's more of libangan. And
Sana all libangan.
and it's libangan exposure kasi that's where you get to alam mo, para feeling young ka pa rin. Kasi mga students feeling young ka pa rin. At the same time, you continue to, provide knowledge to the young generations. And you won't be able to provide new knowledge or updated knowledge if you don't update your knowledge as well. So it means to say, you really have to keep up ano bang nangyayari. You also have to read, you have to read research, you have to, do a lot of things based on experience and what's in the books and what's really being done in the corporate world. So, mga tipong ganun.
Tipong ihahanap mo din talaga para hindi mawala sa'yo yung kaalaman at para ma-update mo talaga yung sarili mo.
And kaya napunta rin sa financial literacy. So, from teaching, then I was, nakita ko yung passion ko for teaching.
Until now po ba?
Yes. No. But I'm teaching on mga trainings na lang on stock market. So, stock market, resource speaker. So, I was able to travel the entire Philippines because of speaking engagement. So, sometimes they get me as a speaker for 1 hour. That's
alam ko na yan.
So, that's another source of
pwede
income.
namang makisama.
But because of but because of the pandemic, medyo na-stop yung ganun. So,
pero babalik pa rin.
nag-transfer tayo sa online. May mga online
ngayon,
platforms
diba?
tayo.
Zoom na
Yes.
lang.
So, last December, I was kinuha rin ako ng isang company to discuss a full course on stock market sa mga employees nila. Yeah.
Ay, grabe.
But currently, asan po kayo ngayon?
I'm still connected with an investment bank. So as a regional manager for Asia Pacific. And on top of that is, of course, I'm still doing trading. And siguro pag may time na ulit, I'll go back to teaching ulit stock market. And at the same time, our advocacy on the JCI is helping the community. So it's always giving back to the community.
Oh, by the way, gusto ko lang i-confirm ulit yung meaning ng JCI.
Yes.
Sorry
It's a Junior Chamber International, not investment. Nagkataon lang kasi na investment yung topic. So siguro kaya nakapag...
Tapos inulit ko pa.
Sa may member pa man din ako doon. Aray ko, sorry po mga
Ulit, Junior Chamber
International.
Yeah,
So I'm part of Junior Chamber International Makati. I'm the 2022 Executive Vice President. And we're here to, help as well, develop programs that would help the needs ng mga society, Especially pag may mga calamities, we also help facilitate relief operations. We call it Oplan Kaagapay. Yeah.
Oh.
That's the extension activity of
Yes, of JCI. Actually, wala pa man talagang nabuo yung group for this kind of causes.
Have you joined any of the extension programs of JCI?
Hindi kasi kaumpisa pa lang dito sa Trinidad.
I see.
And unfortunately kasi parang pandemic time, so we're not able to pursue yung talagang mga programs. But hopefully this year. Nandito naman si Baka
Naka-join
naman.
Yes.
Ayan, grabe. Ang dami-daming field, di ba? Very active si Manong JM natin. Kaya, pupuntahan naman natin a little bit of personal kwa naman. What is your next plan? Contestant number 2.
Gusto ko yun.
Ano po ang next plan natin ngayon? Ngayon na you are very much established na stable.
Yeah. Well, next plan would still be, of course, for us to overcome pa rin yung itong pandemic, because the pandemic still a disruption, Disruption in terms sa mga investments natin, sa savings natin, sa health natin, and sa mga activities natin. So it's still important that we update our skills. Let's not be complacent with what we have right now, so we continue upgrading it. For me kasi, I still have to look for that 8 streams of income. So we So dapat meron tayong 8 streams of incomes para masabi natin na financially independent tayo. So marami yan. Pwede kang magkaroon ng small businesses. I'm also a franchisee of Kuro-Kuro. Yan. So sa akin yan yung Kuro-Kuro Las Piñas. So yan. So that's another stream of income. So investment is another stream. Rentals is another stream. Because one of yung first property ko, it's being rented out at the moment. So that's another source of income.
Yes.
Siyempre, yung employment natin, nandyan pa rin. And we're still looking for other sidelines, So kung naghanap kayo ng mga test kits for the COVID, just to have early detections, we also have that one.
Wow.
So hanap pa tayo ng ibang pagkakakitaan sa ngayon.
All around.
Yes.
Grabe lang talaga.
And once you are used to that, siguro, ang gana rin siguro.
You just have to maximize your time. All of us are given 24 hours. It's up to you how to maximize your 24 hours. You can sleep the whole day, or you can be productive the whole day,
Or you can watch TikTok the whole day.
or you can watch Taraki TV.
Ay! Gusto
Which
ko
one?
Yeah. Lalo tong episode na to.
Grabe,
Marami kang matututunan.
Oh, yun. Pareho pa talaga.
Yes.
Ayan.
Got it. Oh, ano na next?
So, sana,
Ano kaya,
kahit
gitas
ko
ka?
mga patarayon ni Manong JM.
Ay, oh.
Tawag tarayon sa Trinidad ko. Mapanog. Iso nga,
Maglalaro na lang tayo dito ng 5 words.
Okay.
Ayan.
pwede bang 8 words? Kasi kanina nasabi niya yung 8 parts
Ay,
ng...
8 streams of financial independence.
Ayan. Kaya kailangan din nating tanungin siya ng 8 words.
Ay, sige.
Sige.
So, bali may tatanong kaming 8 words sa'yo.
Mm.
Association lang to ng mga words. So,
Okay.
it's either Ilocano, English, Tagalog, it's okay. Anything under the sun, no explanations needed.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright,
Ready?
First word pa rin natin ay magagaling kay Pards Brand.
Ay, sa akin pa rin.
Oh,
Okay, first word, stocks.
Money.
Oh.
second word, iibahin ko, pen. Pen.
Pen. Wisdom.
Ay. Okay, third word, real estate.
Wealth.
Ay.
Fourth word naman natin is watch. Relo.
Time.
Ay. Alright, asan na tayo?
Fifth na tayo. Fifth na tayo, Pards.
Okay, fifth, literacy.
Knowledge.
Ayan. And ang sixth word naman natin is communication.
Communication is skills.
Ay. Ay. Sixth word,
Seventh.
Ay,
Sorry.
sorry. Seventh word, advocacy.
Purpose.
Oh. And finally, our favorite word is on 3, 1, 2, 3,
Taraki.
Street smart.
Ooh. Napakagaling. Ayan.
Street smart talaga. Itas natin. Ikaw, Pards, street smart ka din ba?
Sorry?
Street smart ka din ba?
Hindi ko alam kung street smart.
Sige,
Smart nga ako.
i-test natin yung street smart.
Ay, bari po yun.
Dalawa kayo. May tanong lang naman
Sige
ako.
nga, ano yan?
Okay. Tanong
All by
natin.
the-
Napanood ko to somewhere pero I hope hindi na napanood.
Si Manong JM muna ha.
Okay.
Sige.
Same question
Mm.
Kayo dalawa tayo sasagot. So, may naiwan ako dito. 5,000 bill. Uy, may 5,000 na tayo ngayon, di ba? At saka, 1,000 bill. Ano yung pupulutin mo doon? O sige, mauna si Pards. Sige.
5,000 and 1,000.
O, walang nakakakita. Walang taong nakakakita. Nakalagay lang dyan. Ano pupulutin mo doon?
Sige. Manong JM.
5,000 or 1,000?
Ah.
Street smart, ha? Tingnan natin mga street smart.
5,000 and 1,000.
Oo, walang nakakita. Tsaka nakalagay lang talaga dyan. 5,000 at saka 1,000. O, anong kukunin ni Pards J?
Ang kukunin ko doon, well, honestly, I would get the 5,000.
Oh, 5,000.
Yes.
Oh, ikaw nga.
Ako din naman.
Pero-
5,000 na nga lang. Bakit yung 1,000 pa ang kukunin mo, di ba?
Oo.
Pero,
Wala naman na.
pero wala namang bill tayo 5,000, di ba?
Oy, meron na yun, di ba? Pinalabas na ba?
Hindi ko alam.
Sige, bahala mo sa 5,000 nandun yung bill. Okay.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay.
yun yung sagot ninyo.
Oo.
Naku, hindi talaga kayo street smart. Hindi sila street smart. Ay, naku.
Ay,
Kawawa
kunin
naman.
yung dalawa, no?
Oo, syempre. Walang nakakakita. Ay, naku talaga itong mga to. Joke.
Hindi. Hindi, kaya mo kukunin 5,000. Para may mabalikan naman yung nakahulog na.
Ayan, ang smart.
Ano ba yan?
Paano siya makakauwi? Paano kung 6,000 na lang pera niya, nahulog niya, di ba? So at least pag binalikan niya, may konsensya ka, pamasahe siya.
Naku, nakalusot.
Maraming salamat.
Talaga yung uuwi.
O, di ba?
Tom tuwa.
Kasi if you get the 6,000, you become greed. Di ba? So you moderate your greed. So you get your 5,000, okay? And then invest. Tsaka mo ibigay sa mga tao yung yung pagka lumago na yung pera.
Ay, naman,
Give it
gusto
back.
ko yan.
Lupa lang kunin mo ako.
Yeah.
Nakakayos.
Hindi ka, di ba?
Pwede na bang umuwi? Hindi, joke lang.
Ayun.
Pero I hope every one of us have learned something about that when it comes to anti-money laundering. Ayan, so sa mga naloloka dyan, meron tayong mga agencies, government agencies, or some people whom you can trust para naman matulungan tayo about it. Also, for financial literacy, stocks, real estate, or whatever it, name it. Meron dito si Manong.
Yan, right? Okay. So, na-discuss niya lahat yan para sa atin. And we
Yes.
just have to think of what we really want to do in life. As Jai Takno, tuloy-tuloy na ang pag-invest natin kung saan man tayo mag-invest. Ganon.
At lahat tayo maging successful and progressive in life.
Oy, Manong JM Idol.
Thank you so much po, Manong JM. Pa-flag na rin po tayo kung saan nila kayo pwedeng i-follow
Yes.
or i-seek for, di ba, consultancy.
Yes, so you can just visit my website at jmcapitalconsulting.com for more information, or you can also check my Facebook page, JM Capital, and we can chat there if you have any concerns or training concerns or consulting services.
Oh.
Yan.
Do you also have page in Facebook at Instagram?
Instagram, normally sa Instagram ko kasi more on photography yon, yung mga hobbies ko. But if for the consulting side, just search me out sa website or sa page on JM Capital.
Oh,
Or you can also join our group at Republic of Traders. That's where I normally shares day-to-day updates on stock market. Hopefully may magkaroon ulit ako ng time so that I can spend time sharing as well on stock market.
Alright. So aside from that naman, we would like din to have a piece of advice in general para sa ating mga manunood.
Ay.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, siguro especially for us here in the Cordillera region, no? Let's remove yung hiya-hiya natin in order for us to develop to maximize our potential.
Yes.
Because, you know, we can always say Shaymangoh, but if you develop yourselves, remove your shyness, you can fully discover your skills and talents and become who you really are, and ano ba yung purpose mo dito sa mundo. All right? And of course, at the end of the day, don't forget to give back to the society. That's all.
Alright. Ano bang purpose mo?
Ba't to agad sa akin?
Ayun. So maraming salamat po ng JM.
All right, thank you very
Yes.
much as well sa inyo, Pards.
Yes. And alright, that has been another purposeful episode of Taraki Talks. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, mga parts.
Ang ating Taraki TV.
Alright. So we'll see you again in the next episode. This is your parts, Digo.
And this has been Kent, your parts Kent, for Taraki Talks.
Bye.
Thank you.